The Hitchhiker. This is something I never told anyone, but I feel like I should before I die. You see, I have cancer. My doctor said I don't have much time left before I die. So I thought it was probably a good time to finally tell it. Back in 2008, I was driving home from a Christmas party. It was snowing hard out and the wind was blowing hard. There was mostly trees and no cars around. I was a little scared because I've seen enough horror movies and just wanted to get home. That's when I saw someone standing there with his thumb up. I wanted to keep driving, but the good person in me told me to stop. I stopped by and rolled my window down. Need a ride? He smiled and got in. Thanks, you don't know how long I've been out there. I noticed he had no bags and was traveling out in the snow with nothing. So why were you traveling with nothing in this weather? He said nothing and just kept looking forward. He looked like a young male, probably in his early 20s, and he looked really cute. I knew I probably had no shot with him. So what's a pretty girl like you driving out here in this weather? I blushed seeing how he called me pretty and then told him, "Oh, I was at a Christmas party with my friends, that's all." I noticed his smile went away. I didn't know if I said something wrong. I went silent and kept driving until he started to talk to himself. Do it. No. Come on already. I got a bit freaked out by this. He stopped and looked at me and smiled again. I asked if he was all right. He didn't say anything and looked out the window. So, where do you need me to drop you off? He looked at me and said, "There's a house up here. Drop me off there." I was shocked to see he lived out here by himself. I just kept driving because he was giving off bad vibes. Bring her in with you. Shut up. I was getting nervous about what this guy was saying to himself. I kept driving, not wanting to get him mad. I noticed he had something in his pocket, but didn't want to ask him what it was. He told me to stop the car. When I asked why, he got mad and told me to stop. I did, and before he got out, he looked at me and said, "Just keep driving, and whatever, just don't stop." He got out and ran into the woods, and at that moment, he was out of my sight. I drove off. When I got home, I wanted to call my friends and tell them what happened, but decided not to and get some rest. A week went by and I forgot all about it. I was sitting on my couch drinking coffee and watching the news. It popped up with a story saying a woman was found dead in her car. It said she stopped to pick up a hitchhiker and he stabbed her to death. When they showed his picture, I screamed. It was the same hitchhiker I picked up. I was shocked knowing how close I was to dying that night. The news said that he had been doing this for a long time, and he said he dragged their bodies to his abandoned cabin. They said that Sam was telling him to do it and that he would be blessed with immortality. To this day, I haven't told anyone this story until now. I'd like to thank you guys for listening to this story. This is a short story from my book, Tales to Never Sleep. It's currently on Amazon right now and you're able to buy it. I'll put a link down below so it will direct you there. Thank you and have a good night.